Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today we are going to Tier 3 Iron Man. But first, I want to do a quick test of his abilities at Tier 2 with the CTP of Destruction, then swap over the CTP of Rage and do the same thing again, just to get a nice check on the actual damage that the CTP of Rage is doing. And then, before that, or as well as that, or just before that, I want to thank you guys for all the support lately. The video for Iron Man specifically is already close to 20,000 views, which is amazing. And you know, just lately in general with all the videos, I know the game hasn't felt that spicy lately. The Spider-Man Far From Home update wasn't really what everyone wanted, but even with that being said, you guys have shown tremendous support to me, and I really appreciate it. So I wanted to just thank you guys from mi corazón. But yeah. So let's check out what Iron Man is doing. We're actually going to try to... We are not applying the all defense down that well, but we're trying to proc at the end of the CTP of Destruction. This is not bad for... we haven't missed any procs. It's not bad for him. He did just get debuffed, but this is pretty much where I was getting with my own personal testing. We're going to try to proc on 4 here and see if the damage is better. We were getting to about 14.5. Yeah, I think this is really fair. 14.5 or half 14. Down to 13 with a CTP of Destruction, so that's not bad. With 1 minute, stage 35, Wasp is there for the debuff protection, so that I don't get frozen or anything like that. And then, of course, Nick Fury is there for the buffs. Where is Iron Man? I should probably put him up here so I can get easier access to him in general. So yeah, this team up is going to have kind of wonky stats because I'm using Victorious there and, what's her name? Wasp? Yeah. Anyways, take away the CTP of Destruction, slap on the CTP of Rage. We actually ended up rolling the one that we pulled yesterday, or earlier today from the video. We did one roll, and it landed on 28-26, so actually really good stats. So I'm actually going to give him the worst one. I'm going to give him Captain America's 24-23. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to give him the 28-26. Never mind. So just taking a look at his stats really quickly now, we are over-capped on crit rate by 3%. Let's just swap out the team really quickly here. We're over-capped by 3% on crit rate, and we are almost capped on dodge. So I already kind of set him up for this previously with messing around with his Urus and stuff like that, but he still needs a small amount of tweaking, so we're going to swap one of his Uru. That's pretty much all we can do. We're going to swap one of these 5-star crit rate Urus, and we're going to slap on a 5-star crit damage, and that should give us... We're still overcapped by 1.2%, so we're going to take the last one off as well. This is something I couldn't really anticipate until I actually put on the CTP, because it depends on what the stats are. So we've got almost 74 crit rate, 74, almost 75 dodge, 156 crit damage, and then the ignore defense and the skill cooldown with 124% attack speed. So now let's see at tier 2 how much more damage the Rage is going to put on compared to a CTP of Destruction. This is something as well that I wanted to say because of recent conversations that I've had with some of my fans, some of my supporters, some of you guys in the community regarding the CTP of Rage and how it impacts the meta, how it impacts the snapshots, the tier lists. Just so we're clear, and just, you know, it's probably a good PSA as well for the Rage videos whenever I do kind of openings and stuff like that. I don't know if that's the right proc, to be honest. I just don't want to do his good skills when the Rage is not active, so I'm just going to spam 1, 3, and 2, and then wait to do both 4 and 5 when the Rage proc is active. But I think I missed the end of the 5th skill there. I'm kind of underestimating how long that takes to actually animate. I don't know if we want to do the full 4th. It's obviously a lot more damage, though. You can kind of tell. Maybe we can start off with 5, because it's really only the end of the 5th skill that I got frozen there. Really? Wasp, where's your debuff support? This is ridiculous. Anyways, we got down to 24 and change with about half the time spent. So the damage looks like it's about doubled, which is actually quite... it's quite impressive. We expected it to be quite a lot. I'm still kind of goofing around with the rotation, but we're going to try one more time here to see if we can get something a little bit more smooth. But the beginning of the 5th skill doesn't have very good damage, so you just want the proc active during the end. But, sorry, to get back to what I was saying, you know, especially because I do gambling videos from time to time and I emphasize CTPs, all of the content, and this is a PSA that maybe I should say more often. I can't switch to Iron Man. What the f... all the content in Marvel Future Fight can be completed without CTPs of Rage, and you can even go so far as to say that all the content in the game, to an extent, can be also completed with without CTPs at all. Now, high-level PvP is obviously going to require these things because you're playing against other players' builds, and you're playing against their characters who have specific items. So that's kind of one area that you can kind of never escape it. But that's always been the case for mobile games where, you know, people who pay have an advantage in some way, shape, or form against people who don't pay. It's obviously up to the developers to try and, you know, work out how much of an advantage they want to give paying players versus non-paying players, but all of the PvE content in this game, you could probably even go up to Shadowlands stage like 70 or 80 without spending any money on not on this game, but on custom gear chests, without gambling for CTPs, without getting CTPs of Rage, just using the few CTPs that you get for free during, you know, legendary battles, finishing the stage 13 story mission, etc. So yeah, they're not necessary to play this game, but if we're talking the absolute strongest characters, you were talking about the absolute strongest equipment, then yes, they do come into play. So yeah, we were able to get down to about 12.5, which is 2 bars better, which doesn't actually seem like it's double the damage now that I think about it. But we did get interrupted at the beginning. We couldn't switch to Iron Man, so we lost a few seconds. We got interrupted with the spinny things, etc. But it seems that the CTP of Rage is doing anywhere from like 40% to like 70-80% more damage than the CTP of Destruction, which is what you'd expect, but he's still functional with the CTP of Destruction. But now let's do the big thing, the big part that you guys have all been waiting for. We're gonna click the button. You've obviously seen this before, but I'm gonna hide my camera anyways. This is for all you Iron Man fans out there. Whoops, I hit the wrong thing. This is for all you Iron Man fans out there. This is gonna be Tier 3 Iron Man. And I think I might actually have to turn this off and turn it back on because when you turn it off, it kind of glitches and it freezes up, and I don't want to ruin this moment for Tony. I haven't clicked this button for over a year, so this is a big deal, believe it or not. Here we go, and there go my resources. Oh, flying in with the backpack. Is this new? No, it's not new. Is it new? And he lands. Okay. Very cool. Oh, and we get 122.5 on the agent badge level. Very cool. There we go. So we have a 7,000, almost 8,000 bump in attack, energy attack damage or energy attack stat. We get 12,000 and a half HP, and then everything else is kind of whatever. I would like to see his energy attack go a little bit higher. It should be, I think, honestly, at 45,000, which means it should be about 10,000 to 11,000 stat increase, but what can you do? Not every character gets to be Jean Grey or Doctor Strange or Captain America in the eyes of the Netmarble dev. So there we go. I've got a rank 6,000 Iron Man. Not too shabby. We can bump that up a little bit if I finally spend some of my gold and I level up his skills to level 6. You guys out there who love to see that or should be happy. But now we can scroll and see him right next to his protege there, Sharon Rogers, and Ant-Man. 5,200, not bad. So now let's go back and test that same stage 35 just to get a little pulse on how much damage he's doing at tier 3 with a CTP of Rage. It took us about a minute to get down to 12.5 bars. So that is the time to beat. Of course, we're going to have to juggle a rotation that I'm still unfamiliar with, so keep in mind that I'm not super good at this Rage thing with Iron Man, and we're also going to have to juggle turning into the tier 3 skill as well. But let's see here. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Tony. Very good, Tony. Yes, Tony. Very good, Tony. Okay, we're actually going to delay the 5th skill here because I want to do this and then this. I wanted to, yeah, okay. It honestly was not as much as I expected, but it's still really good. Just not as much as I expect. I probably should insta-cancel 3. It wasn't as much as I expected. I kind of expected like a Doctor Strange level of damage, but that's because my mind has been poisoned with the good Doctor's OP-ness. Yes, I shouldn't say OP-ness, I know. But here we go. Procced on the thing, and there we go with the thing. The other thing, yes, nice, the thing, very good. Yes, 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 yes. Those are all the things that I want to see. Here's some more of the thing. Here's the 5th thing. Very nice. This is how I talk in my mind when I'm coaching myself through playing. Do the thing, press the other thing. There goes the thing. There's the skill. Tier 3 Iron Man though, pretty dope. I'm kind of muted in my reaction, but I'm really I'm excited to play more with him and see just how far he can go. I mean, the thing is, there's not as much mystery to someone like Tier 3 Iron Man, but I'm still pretty excited. I probably should not have done that. That was a bit of a waste. The thing is, with his Tier 3 skill, it creates that huge laser beam right where the enemy's standing, and so if you move and if they move, then you lose that damage. So you have to wait till they kind of settle down. Well, if you could time freeze them, then that would be obviously perfect, which is I think why they gave him the time freeze, which I actually really like, because it synergizes with his 6th skill to freeze the bosses when you can freeze the bosses. You can't always do that, but yeah, when you can, it works pretty well. So yeah, this is pretty impressive. I want to try something else now because I've seen people doing this and I want to see if I can do it. So that was pretty good. Yeah, I'm not too unhappy with that. I saw someone doing a stage. We're gonna try stage 60 because I'm not perfectly versed in the Iron Man rotation, but I saw someone doing a higher stage than this using Iron Man. We're gonna use 2 supports here because he needs the guaranteed crit from Coulson, and then of course we are going to use 5 strikers as well. You know what? Let's go with that. I don't think he needs the heals. So yeah, let's go with this. We want the all defense down. Obviously, it's going to be a big part of whether he can actually do this or not, the all defense down. But apparently, Iron Man has enough energy damage at tier 3 with the CTP of Rage to do, like, I saw a stage 65, or it might have been a stage 69 of Ebony Maw. So that's pretty shocking if that's the case. We should probably do the buff as well. But yeah, holy crap, he's dicing this stage. Yeah, no, it definitely happened. It was definitely real. I could definitely go higher than, wow. We're gonna do this one, and we're gonna see. Oh, can we pop this and then pop this? Oh, stand still. No, mind control, dude. Okay, it was really cool flying away with rescue. I have to say that little moment there. There's so many nice little moments in Marvel Future Fight where like really cool stuff happens, and if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it. But if you catch it, it's like really awesome. He could definitely go higher than 60, but let's just keep going with this because this is nice, and see what's up. I can't time freeze him, which kind of bums me out, but don't get hit by the thing. Okay, but we are going to. We're a little bit late again, but we need him to stay still. Stay still, buddy. Catch all that damage. That's kind of the trick with Iron Man, kind of like Captain America, where his tier 3 skill is a little bit more difficult to maintain or to kind of land. Captain America is just difficult at getting that initial hit, but once you get the initial, whoa, that was that weapon hex damage. That's what that was. Hell yeah. But once you get that initial damage, it seems like it's actually really strong. It's just a matter of whether you get it or not. We're gonna try something a little bit different. We're gonna try to set him up for the tier 3 skill to just, no, dude, stand still. There you go. You almost have to get him mind controlled first for it to actually work. But this is not bad at all. He is cruising through this stage, and I just love seeing all the animations, all the Iron Man moves, Thor coming in, Rescue coming in. Iron Man might have the best kit now, based on how all of the skills look. We're going to stack up the all defense down, and then as soon as it procs, we're going to hit the tier 3. But you may want to start the tier 3 a little early, just before the proc, it seems, because it also has a bit of a wind-up like his 5th skill. You know, some of you guys have been playing Iron Man tier 3 for a year, so you're laughing at my rotation. I've been playing it for minutes, so I honestly, you know, I could use a lot of coaching on this in terms of how to master the timing and how to, but bam! Dude, he crushed it! Is that a 100-second clear? It's not. I don't think it is a 150-second clear. It might be a 150-second clear. Boom! I have maximum raid level, by the way. We're going to do a separate video on that, but there you go. Iron Man, he can do, yeah, Cull Obsidian. He can do Ebony Maw. Well, he can probably do Thanos, and I'm definitely going to be doing a super thematic Thanos versus Iron Man clear in the future. Probably Corvus as well, and then probably not Proxima, but he does have all defense down, so maybe. Anyways, we're going to investigate this more. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. Love you 3000. And of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.